Hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla Fahey-Ahrndt, and I love to help professionals and leaders get their work organized. Today, we are demoing the dashboard, whether you use it for a daily or weekly dashboard. I'm going to show you how I use it. I did record a video on my YouTube channel. That might be how you found this tutorial. And today, I'm going to show you how to use the pieces inside the Ultimate OneNote Hub. There's going to be several other videos in the Ultimate OneNote Hub playlist, so check that out on my channel. I also wanted to let you know that I have activated membership. So if you go to my channel page and click join, you'll see there are two tiers, the organized leader and a leader systems circle. Organized leader gets you early access to new videos, priority reply to comments, members only posts and updates, and of course, loyalty badges. Then the leader systems circle gets you access to monthly member only live streams where I talk about behind the scenes systems. You can ask me questions and I'll post polls so that you can request future videos, things you're wondering about, whether it's like OneNote or Teams or Microsoft Loop, Outlook, etc. And of course, I will shout you out as a member. So if you're interested in that, check that out on my page. So let's get into it. All right, so when I was building the OneNote Hub, my idea was that you'd have one landing page that you could come to that would sort of link out to everything else. Because OneNote notebooks tend to contain a lot of information. They're searchable, so you might have an extensive archive in here. So what I wanted was for you to have what I'm calling our OneNote Hub. So ideally, how I use this is I come in here every week and I come straight to the dashboard section and the dashboard page. Now, in the OneNote notebook that you've purchased or that you might build for yourself, I'm naming this daily or weekly because I'm coming to it every day, but it's updated and it's updated in real time, but it's for the entire week. So it's whatever you want to call it. So if I was this is my demo notebook. So I'm going to be updating this as we go so we can do this together. But I would probably call it just my dashboard. Honestly, I'd probably get rid of this. It's more of a descriptor for me when I was trying to share what my vision was. And then what I would probably do is I would probably put the week. So if I'm trying to stay organized, I probably put it like 3/1/26. So this is my March 1st week dashboard. And that what I would probably do is I would probably come here and sort of copy it. And then I would paste it in for the next week. Now you can move everything back so that it's all in line. And then this would be the next week. So so next Monday is probably the 8th, I'm going to assume. And you could even make like a dashboard section here if you wanted to nest these underneath. So let's actually just go ahead and do that. So this is meant to be customizable for you to keep yourself organized and feeling like it's easy. That's my goal. So you could actually make these sub pages. That way, when you're in here, you can actually close this section and expand, and you can come right to the one that you want to use. All right. So now that we've done that, so I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, I want to be able to come here whenever I open my OneNote and be able to go about my business. Okay, so it's Monday morning, March 1st. Let's pretend, right? So I would open my dashboard and I'd see all these different buttons and links across the top. I'd see my focus and intention questions here, the dates that matter this week, and the decision parking lots. And then I have quick links to other sections of the OneNote. So it's kind of how I would approach it is a couple things. I would really want to look at my calendar, but I would want to caution myself not to get pulled into doing actual work with my calendar yet. This is really myself preparing myself for the week. So I'd probably click on this link to my calendar. So I already have it open because I was playing around with it for this demo. But what I would want to do is look and see, okay, for the week, what do I actually have going on? And so this is my demo calendar. It's not my real life one. But I started putting meetings in here. So you can see if I'm looking at the week, let's pretend my week is Monday and Tuesday. I'd be like, okay, so I have this billing workflow testing meeting Monday morning at 10. I have a team member one-on-one. I have a patient safety event review meeting, an oversight committee meeting, a massive transfusion project, final report out prep call, a project oversight call for surgical type and screens, I have the standardization of MTP final report out. So this is the prep call for this report out. And then I have a product design meeting for this same surgical type and screen workflow. So I'm like, okay, already I know that I have a really full Monday and I have other meetings on Tuesday. I know that this final report out is a meeting that we're presenting to our executives from a workshop that we did the week before. So our project manager has a prep call so we can make sure we're on the same page. I know from working last week that my project manager sent me a slide deck that I need to review and then put any final tweaks so I can feel confident about our report out. And then there's going to be work that happens beyond this report out. And so I need to be able to answer questions from our executives, as well as know what I need to do the rest of the week. For this project, I know that we're kind of resetting after we had a few weeks off. So this will be a good, like, okay, what do we need to do on the design call on the 3rd? And I'll have to be prepared to make decisions if after this design call, okay, do we need more design sessions or are we done? I also know that for my team member one-on-one, this is actually probably looking at my real calendar. I know this is for my leader. So I need to prepare my message for my leader, my active projects list that I want to share with her what is going on. This meeting is more passive. I'm just going to attend and support. And this meeting as well, I don't have any deadlines or anything, but this is just a meeting where we touch point with some stakeholders for a larger project. So a little bit more passive there as well. So I'd probably, I know what's in my inbox. I know what's in my calendar. So I'm coming over to my OneNote and I know that. So I'm going to actually start with dates that mattered this week and maybe answer my focus leadership questions next. So what are any non-negotiable and important dates to remember when you prepare for this week? So on Tuesday, I know Tuesday, the 3rd, I have a final MTP report out meeting. And so I need to just be aware that that's kind of a big deal. I also want to keep in mind that I have my leader one-on-one, because to me, that's also a really big deal. I don't want to not be prepared for that. Okay, so let's say those are my 2 big things that I'm needing to know for this week. Now, decisions, what am I avoiding? What are decisions I'll make by Friday? And what are decisions I'm waiting on? Okay, just from my memory, I know that I need to make a decision around some memberships. So what I'm going to do is say, like, I've kind of been putting that off week over week, and I know I need to take care of that. So I'm just going to put that here. I'll be vague, but you know what I mean. This is whatever works, whatever you know for you that you've been avoiding. So memberships, tier, need to decide. And I'm going to give myself a deadline, end of week. Okay, decisions I'm waiting on info on. I have to decide whether or not that we need more design meetings or not. So I know more design meetings after Tuesday, 3/3. I'm just going to be waiting on that. And then, oh yeah, look, I already have a decisions I'll make by Friday. I'm going to decide this by Friday. I've been avoiding it. So let's get this off the plate for avoidance. Right. So that's kind of how you fill it in. It's whatever you know is on your plate that you need to decide. All right. So now that I have that and I've sort of looked at my calendar and I know what I'm needing to be done this week, what I'm going to do is come over here and answer, what does success look like by Friday? And I think seeing those 2 big project meetings for me, it would be clarity around next steps for MTP, standardization. And I would really love to know the timeline for go live after meeting with IT, right? So that would be a good week to me if I felt like I left this week with next steps and clarity and could really move forward this week. I would also say that last week was really exhausting for me because I was helping host a large workshop. So this week I would like to take it a bit slower And I would like to make sure I get workouts done 3 times this week, and then eat my lunch. And I've been not so great at hydrating, so I need my water. So that would also feel really successful. Maybe I could track that somewhere. I could add like a little water tracker on this dashboard because I know that's been something that I've been really struggling with. And then let's see, maybe this week it would also look successful if I was able to send thank yous to workshop participants. So I really don't want to forget to do that. What am I intentionally deprioritizing this week? Um, let's see. So maybe there are just competing priorities, and you know that it's important, but it doesn't have to happen this week. Or you can't do it all, right? You are a limited human being. So what might you be deprioritizing this week? So here's a good example. Maybe I've been really focused on doing some paper writing, maybe for research, but to me, the biggest thing is getting this other large project move forward. So maybe I'm going to deprioritize research on whole blood utilization as an example. Okay. So if there's something that you want to intentionally say, like, isn't taking up space in my brain, I want to deprioritize this. So now you can see I have a clear path forward for this week. I know that I want to get clarity for this specific project. I know I want to take care of my health by working out and eating and hydrating this week. And then also recognize my team members. I know I'm not going to work on my research that I've been doing the last week because it's just not as important this week. I know I have 2 decisions to make. The membership tier, I need to just get that off my plate because I've been avoiding it. And then also decide if we need more design meetings for that other project after 3-3. I know this because I looked at my calendar and I found that these were kind of the bigger meetings and things I didn't want to miss on my calendar, prepping for my leader one-on-one and my final MTP report out meeting. Okay, so also with this leader one-on-one, I'm glad we came back to it because for me, what I want to share with my leader during that one-on-one is my projects. And so I have this quick link, thank goodness, on my dashboard. I will click that and it takes me to my projects section. I have my active projects section linked. And so in the previous tutorial, we went over this. And so what I would do is I would share this projects list with my leader during our one-on-one. I could either just pull this up and share it with her. And now this is really cool because last week I made this tutorial and our workshop wasn't done, but the workshop actually happened and we got all this stuff done. And so I could come on in here and update this and I could give her information on what happened. So I could maybe delete some of this like extra details, even like workshop, like maybe they don't care that I had to send out all these meeting invitations. Maybe I can say completed, and then I can maybe say, all right, workshop completed, deliverables, workshop deliverables. Can't spell. So we created what we're like calling our one best way, our one OBW, which was our standard operating procedure for nursing, standard blood bank procedure. And we also created a RACI, which is a responsible, accountable, consulted, informed document. And we have a list of requests for IT and a list of site champions as we go forward to implement the project. So now can you see how, I'm at the dashboard. I know I need to sort of brain dump for certain projects I'm working on, but also to communicate to my leader, which prompted me to go to my projects dashboard or my active project list, and now it's updated. So this is really cool to be able to share with my leader and be able to sort of update it in real time and not forget to do that. So That's done. So now I feel confident that I'm prepared for my leader one-on-one. The other thing I might come here and do is like, okay, so now that I have these decisions, I might want to take a look at the tasks and to-do list that I have. All right, so since this is the demo notebook, I haven't updated this section yet, but what I might do is kind of come over here and change this and be like, okay, oops, week of 3/1, kind of like my dashboard. This is my running to-do list. All right. All right. And even though it's a decision, I might put on here more design sessions for surgical type and screen. I know for that MTP project, I need to review champions list and ensure all groups are represented. Another thing that I know I need to do is to prepare for that final meeting is review MTP slide deck for final report out. Okay, and there's probably going to be other things that would already be on here from the week prior. Okay. So of course, you would want to link anything that helps you do your day well, that you feel like you want to have front of mind, because this is a dashboard. It's a hub. I also have leader standard work linked. So if this is something you're working on, here's how you would use it. So leader standard work is sort of like a habit tracker, and it also helps you hold yourself to a standard. It's also something you can use to train leaders. Like, this is the meat and potatoes of the ins and outs of what you're supposed to be doing every day. So, for example, I could also be keeping track of how many meetings I have, how long it takes me. And so let's just put some of the things down here. So I would say I have a huddle, department huddle, and this is where I would keep track. Did I go on Monday? I didn't go on Tuesday. I went on Wednesday, right? And so you can document as you go along your week what you've got to do. And so a lot of folks, what they like to do is sort of like have a pre-made template of all of the different things that they do as a standard, and then duplicate that and then check it off. So maybe that'll be one of the next areas that I can demo for you. There's a daily section, weekly standard work, which often contains more just like one-off meetings that happen once a week or maybe are added to that week. And then we also have monthly standard work, which would also be like recurring things and less frequent habits, maybe like reviewing the financials, as well as a weekly reflection, like what went well, what got me super excited. So you can use your weekly standard work, not just to, you're not going to set what a successful week looks like in your mind. That's on your dashboard. This is coming for like, okay, after the week happened, how well did I do? So maybe I will demo that section next. Let me know in the comments if you think that would be helpful. People have a lot of questions about standard work. I have a lot of other videos on standard work. I'll link some of those in the description of this video, but I hope that me demoing this dashboard was really helpful for you. Again, link whatever you feel like is going to help you throughout the week, and just kind of like set the stage for the week in tandem with looking at your calendar, your tasks and to-dos, your projects, your leader standard work. And then again, after this week's over and things are checked off, all you have to do is copy and paste it. And then this next week would be sort of like a continuation of where you left off at the end of the week. And there might not be as much setup to do. All right, let me know if you have more questions. I hope that was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video, and check out my other videos on the how to use the OneNote Hub template playlist. All right, take care, and we'll see you in the next one.